I can still comment on. Holy shit. Stopped it with a gloved hand.
Emery's supposed to be the strongest man in East Blue.
Holy wow.
With no devil fruit power. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Arcloid, and we are here with another episode of One Piece, episode 25. No new comments, haven't adjusted anything on the board yet. Well, because only, was it Dracul Mihawk is the only new person there, so no reason to break it out for the one new guy. But now that I see you're in a coughing fit, quick recap.
Well, Zoro's old buddy Yosaku explained how he and Johnny lost the going married to Nami's treachery. While in the water, they witnessed the destruction of Krieg's massive ship. Zoro knew it was his target, the whole reason he's gone pirate hunting, and his reason for heading for the Grand Line, Dracul Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman who attacked the Krieg pirates at the Grand Line for his amusement. Zoro challenged him, and even with his 3 swords, he could not touch Mihawk and his neck knife. Mihawk managed to wound Zoro just shy of his heart, warning him of his skill. Zoro kept fighting and impressed Mihawk, who proceeded to break 2 of Zoro's swords and wound him like once more. Zoro did the whole kill me now pose, and Mihawk used his big sword to wound Zoro into incapacitation. He then told Zoro to get stronger to eventually surpass him. Zoro agreed and promised not to lose another battle before defeating Mihawk. During this exchange, Zoro called Luffy King of the Pirates.
And if it seems like Arcloid is a lot more informed than he normally is, I want to say now that Arcloid told me in confidence that he cheated before today's episode recording and read the wiki.
Yes, I'm a naughty boy.
Well, anyways, I don't think there's much more breakdown to go into. We both know what's happening. I mean, unless you have something you want to say before we get into this.
I'm not eager for today's episodes, so let's go. But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
So I think, well, I'm not going to say that. That's a spoiler. I was about to say how long I think the arc is, but, you know, no point in telling you that. Otherwise, you're going to expect what's happening. If memory serves, what happens next is we get, Pearl? Pearl shows up?
Pearl. Well, that's new to me.
Well, it shouldn't be. You read the wiki.
Well, I didn't read today's wiki.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the wiki... I don't know if the wiki says what's happening next time. I don't mean like... I mean the next time on, not the, next episode one.
I didn't read this episode, so I read last, and it doesn't give a synopsis of what's coming next.
Well, if memory serves, that was what was on the, what's coming up next. Because otherwise, what, half of our crew has left? No confirmation. Okay, just
I'm
gonna
trying to
sit
remember.
with it.
I'm sorry, but let's see. Zoro is.
If I accidentally use the word pause in a sentence, you're gonna stop the video. But if I ask you a question, you're just gonna leave it hanging.
I was trying to remember. I'm sorry. I was thinking. I don't do that fast enough sometimes.
Well, the thing you gotta do in situations like this is audibly think. You gotta put the effort in of both think and at the same time say, well, I don't. You gotta verbalize the thoughts.
I trained myself not to do that so I wouldn't sound like I was stupid all the time. So now I got to get back into that habit. Okay.
It's filler. You gotta fill the air.
Here we go with Zoro about to get his ass kicked. But they just cut two different ones because that was his little neck knife, and now he's got his big sword out.
Well, I mean, it was a big part of the episode.
Yeah, they cut two parts of the fight into one.
Yeah, because it was a big part of the episode, right? There was a lot of episode to put into a recap.
Yeah. And now there's Krieg looking at the ship he wants, and it's covered in soldiers. Well, or it's covered in cooks with weapons. I wouldn't call these guys soldiers. They're just surly cooks,
Oh, right, the
which
whole
is even
if he
worse.
beats them all up, he gets out of his payment.
Yeah. This place will get messed up. Not questioning his motives.
That doesn't make any sense. You're the first one who says it so clearly, except for the fact that Luffy is constantly having to argue with people who say they'll be king of the pirates.
Right. I guess Luffy's the one with the conviction that when he says it, that everyone's just like, yeah, I'll be the king of the pirates. And meanwhile, Luffy's like, I'll be king of the pirates.
I don't think that makes any sense either. Literally, he gets into fights with people who say they'll be king of the pirates, which means they
Yeah,
have
because
the
he's trying to prove
conviction. They have the conviction to fight over it too.
Yeah, but then they lose, don't they?
Because Luffy's the main character.
Yeah, and that's everybody else's problem, but his. And now they're no longer afraid of Luffy, or either that or they're not afraid of Krieg, and Krieg's the only one with the gun right now.
あれはおそらく悪魔の実の能力だ。世の中じゃ伝説とまで言われている悪魔の実の能力者も、あのグランドラインにはうじゃうじゃとうごめいているんだ。ミホークも船を割るとき、何か妙な能力を使ったに違いない。あの麦わら小僧も、グランドラインに入れば、どうってことのね、一海賊なのさ。
So he's hyping up his crew to tell them what they'll be facing in the future with people like Mihawk and Luffy.
I mean, he just talked bullshit. That's all it was.
Yeah, he's just
Even as
trying to hype
much
him
as
up.
I like Krieg, he's a fucking idiot. He's like, don't worry about him. He's not human. He just has special powers. Cool. I mean, doesn't change anything.
He's basically telling civilians to go fight Plastic Man. Luffy's got just the right kind of imagination to use his powers to good effect. I'm surprised that ship hasn't gone all the way down yet. A little bit of exposition from Sanji now. This is how he knows what it's like to be hungry. Oh no, it's what the heck was his name? The turtle chest guy.
The turtle chest guy.
No, the treasure chest guy.
No, you're wrong.
Okay, so that was actually Sanji's backstory there.
Well, it was Sanji remembering it, but that's not the person who was talking.
Okay. Still, we learned something.
いくぞゴムゴムのロケット
あいつが飛んできた
ゴムゴムの
Clotheslines, everybody.
やるじゃねえかあの雑野一体あいつは何者なんだグランドラインには
But since we can't really kill anybody, because the show isn't like that just yet,
よく見ておけよあいつ
we
の
just ineffectually knock everybody into the
勝負
water.
に決着がつくそ
Although
の
that
時ま
some
で
Creed shot people, or did they just not die?
Yeah, they've fallen over.
革命士やった
And
の
we
に
never see them
レストラン
again.
襲うなんてお前みたいな恩知らずは俺がぶっ飛ばしてやる
That is pretty suggestive, though.
わざわざ足場の少ない海上で戦うのか悪魔の
Remember, he was Anchor Boy in the flashback of his own childhood. Shanks called him that, I believe.
Luffy was Anchor Boy?
Yeah, in the flashback from a while back.
Oh,
Might
they're
not remember
giving the,
because you didn't read that on the wiki.
I didn't see that part of it, nope. They just brought in the deck. Wouldn't there be barnacles all over that, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, that ship's too cool to let go now, isn't it, Greek?
Well, no, we always wanted it. There's the whole speech you just gave before. About how to be able to sneak up on other ships that way.
Mackerel ahead one. Oh, it's like a little submarine boat.
I
I
mean,
think
it's
it has
the
cannons on it too. Yep.
probably, yeah.
やったいいぞハッピーカンデやっちまえ
They have pretty good guns that don't need external reloading.
よそ見してんじゃねえあと狙うぞ
I don't know. If
It's
you're
very
about to
risky.
start applying that sort of logic to One Piece, then I think we're gonna have a long way to go.
対戦兵器の輸送ピ
Yeah, I've learned to give that up. But I can still comment on. Holy shit! Just stopped it with a gloved hand.
なんだなんかぶつかったか動かねえ俺はドン・クエイク世界の海を制す男だ
And they're supposed to be the strongest man in East Blue.
てめえらの遊びに付き合ってる暇はねえ
Holy wow!
With no devil fruit power.
He's just doing that, eh? He threw it over his head. Did that without a devil fruit.
Yeah, it's true. As far as we know, anyway.
He It's got the kick fruit.
Well, it could be anything. Devil fruits are not very imaginative when you get down to it. That's what they do with them. I think it's the creative things.
That's awesome. They're mad at him. They call him a spaghetti. Well, he is a skinny dude. And speed up a lot of cooks.
I mean, to be fair, they are the only survivors of the Grand Line. So,
So they're bound to be good fighters.
マジで今まで戦ってきた相手とは違う。その辺の海賊と一緒にすんじゃねえ。俺たちはイーストブルーの覇者、クリーク海賊団だぜ。宣言してやれ。その船はもうドンクリーク海賊団のものになったと。
勘違いするな。貴様らは一歩も店には入れないぜ。
その通りだ。
it's kind of your all's fault for creating a little lift for them to stand on.
訪れた店は300店。乱闘を起こして首
I
になっ
guess
た
they didn't want the deck railings to get sliced up.
ついたのがこの店なんだ。頼もう。赤足のゼフがやってる店ってのはここか。クソコック歓迎ってのは。
Damn cooks wanted. I couldn't imagine using a knife to peel a potato on a rolling deck.
I think the ship's big enough that it's not rolling.
Punching people. Those doors have to be tall for Zeph.
Well, no, I mean, his own bedroom, he has to bow down to get through the doorway.
Mrs. Pearl.
I mean,
I
their
just
name
saw
was
it.
in the episode title, so...
おお、これはこれは。いい刃物だな。もらっとくぜ。おい、離せ。よこせよ。手を離せ。くたばり損ないが。
I don't know, I think what's his name from the last arc could have taken Pearl.
You mean shit, the guy with
あいつ本当にすっげえ蹴りだな。やっぱ俺が気に入っただけのことがある。
Django.
包丁はコックの
No.
魂。
Oh, maybe Django. This guy doesn't look like he's gonna look away from a hypnotizing thing, but...
サンジ。
But Captain Kuro.
Captain Crow, that's who I meant, the guy who had Django as his crewman.
たかがコックに俺たちがやられるか。
I just mean that Pearl's sides look like they're wide open, so Django could just, do his
おろ
little flash step thing and just stab you in the sides.
蹴りだけでやっちまうとは君も大
I'm not Django. Koro would do that. He would do his pussyfoot and.
See, you're the one that brought up Django. You fucked me all up.
That's why I exist, I believe.
See, he's wide open on the sides.
Oh, good. Thank you for blasting Luffy back to the boat. Instead of letting him land in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he gonna go berserk? Oh, he's afraid of his own blood? There goes Luffy picking his nose. Even they don't want him to go nutters.
Well, I mean, he's on the ship that they want to. Might be a
That is
worry
true.
that they destroy shit.
He's on Super Saiyan Fire now.
Well, he's a Super Saiyan color that didn't exist when the show came out, so.
I'm reminded of Who's Framed Roger Rabbit. My biscuits are burning.
この炎と炎の盾で俺はもう鉄壁だバカが乗っ取る船を丸焼きにしてしまう気か
Yeah, see?
Hey, they picked the wrong guy to go over there.
海の真ん中で火の海じゃ逃げ場がねえまずい店に引火するぞこの店が燃えるだと燃えろ燃えろてめえバカ丸焦げになるぞサンジ勝手に見せろ燃やすんじゃねえ
Kick him right in the head. Oh, there he goes. He shielded it.
Well, also makes it that giant pearl thing on his top of his head, too, so.
猛獣も寄せつけないファイヤーパールをバカ
He didn't. He knocked him over. He didn't break through the wall.
Hit him in the face, though, with his heel.
Oh, did he? Okay. Sorry, I saw him fall over, and I thought he got hit in the chest area.
I think, like, his leg contacted the chest, but foot definitely broke his nose. I don't even know Zeph's name. He just kicked bullets out of the air. With
Well,
his
no,
pet
I think
leg.
it's more he can wind the fire away or whatever.
You're right. That's from his kick. And all they really had to do to put that fire out is just drop the fins and everybody else into the ocean.
Conceivably.
He just pushed against nothing.
Again, if you're gonna keep putting all this logic, we're gonna have a hard time watching this show.
But someone has to say it.
I think the only thing you need to keep track of is the things the show keep track of.
どいつもこいつも結局
Like
頼れ
if
る
somebody
の
on
は
the show
俺だけ
says,
か
"Oh no, Don Krieg only has X bullets," then we know to keep track of bullets.
これで戦いは
I
終わ
doubt
りだ
anyone's gonna start saying things about the laws of physics.
Oh wow.
そうだ撃て赤足の政府をそいつさえ殺せばレストランは俺たちのものだ
I don't even remember his name now.
Starts with a G. You've got a
Gin?
board. I made a board for you.
I'm not looking at it right now.
Well, that's not my problem, is it? I did the heavy lifting. I made the board.
I appreciate it too. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm looking at the screen.
Well, you
with,
got two
Luffy
monitors.
on it.
Yeah,
And
just-
you're on the other one.
well, I don't know what you need to look at me for.
You're a handsome
What am I
man.
gonna do? Point at stuff? What are you gonna see when I do this? Look
I
over
can see
there,
your
Griff.
expression.
Griff, you're not even. I don't even record shows with Griff anymore. That's alright. When we were recording Pluto the other day, I called myself Lessons. So,
Good damn.
names, man. I'm just bad with names, even my own. But
Well-
yeah, point being, you don't need to look at me. What am I gonna do?
That's a good point.
But yeah.
Yeah, this was a good episode though. We got some good fighting, some lucky things that happened to Luffy so he didn't go into the water and get completely drowned. So that was interesting. And then this guy just turns into a sneaky bastard.
敵強だぞあんにゃろう
Well, he's a member of Grease crew.
Yeah, but still, they helped him. They helped everybody, and now they're all being like put to task for it, I guess you could say.
次回ワンピースゼフとサンジの夢幻のオールブルー海賊王に俺はなる
Well, you remember his name yet?
They probably just had it up on screen. I forgot it. But
No,
not Gin,
pretty sure they
is it?
didn't.
It's not Gin?
You're very close. I think you're missing a letter.
Well, is it an H in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Gin?
All right. I mean, you've had plenty of time to look it up at this point, so.
Yeah, there, and it's staring me right in the face now that I turn to look at my notes.
So yeah, it looks like a backstory episode's coming up next.
Yeah, that would be really interesting. I hope well, I'm going to try to pay closer attention to it than I normally do, just because those are,
You're
like the
setting yourself
exposition.
up for failure, is what you're doing.
yes,
I'm gonna pay closer attention than what I normally do, which implies that you're only paying what? How much attention would you say? 60? 70%?
well, it's like a starship. They can go, like in Star Trek, they can go above the rated maximums.
No. No, they can't. They only say, we can only reach warp whatever, and then they don't go past it. They get as
Oh, no,
close to
but
it as
like,
they possibly
When they
can.
talk about giving more engine power, they just go above safety ratings.
I think you'll find, at the end of the day, he gives them all that they've got, is his famous line.
Yes, and that means he's going above the safety ratings.
Yeah, but the ship doesn't go faster than it's possibly able to go.
Oh no, but it gets more.
It gets as
available
close
power.
to as fast as it possibly can go. It can't go faster than it
Oh,
could
no, yeah.
possibly go.
I'm just saying, like more available power to other systems.
Right. But you're also not a starship. You also don't have somebody pushing you to pay more attention. So when you say I'm going to pay more attention, it
It is
implies that up till now you've been paying less attention you could get.
It was a colorful metaphor.
I don't think it's a metaphor either. Nor colorful, if you even want to break it down that far. You want to tell me what an analogy is while we're at it?
Life is like an analogy.
Well, I think life is like a hurricane.
No, you rock me like a hurricane.
Racers, race cars, airplanes, something like that.
Oh,
Alright. Somebody out there's humming a theme song,
You're
and I
in
know it.
Duckburg.
Anyway, any final thoughts on this episode before we wrap up?
I know the concept of fire pearls is interesting, and having a guy cover himself with them looks. It kind of
Stupid.
reminds me of the suicide cloak, not the suicide cloak, the Holocaust cloak in Princess Bride. And Holocaust is meaning fire in this case.
I never actually saw Princess Bride. I've seen clips of Princess Bride.
Ethan,
What?
you should watch that movie as soon as possible.
I mean, here's the problem with really good old movies, is that over time, people do what happened in the really good old movies that the old movies did first, but they take everything that those movies did and then they do them better. And then you're left in the past with like the old people who saw those movies being like, yeah, no, but you don't understand how important it was that they did it back then and they did it first, which opened the way. And then you get the people who say, yeah, Princess Bride walked, so all these other movies could run. And it's like, yeah, and I want to see the movies where they run, where they really take the concepts and really explore them instead of, So I'm just saying that sure, you're holding Princess Bride with nostalgia, and I'm saying that there's better movies out there now.
It is still a worthwhile experience, I would believe.
Well, you would believe. I mean, I don't know. I've never had any desire to watch the movie. I'm not saying it's bad. I've just, like I said, I've seen clips of it. The clips are funny. The whole, I've been taking poison every day.
Well, I guess knowing the memes is almost good enough.
I would sooner rewatch Kroll than I would Princess Bride.
Kroll?
Yeah.
That's one I've never seen.
Well, there you go. And you know what I'm not going to do? Tell you that you need to watch it. Because that's not for me to do. The only thing I can tell you to watch is One Piece. So I think that's where we're going to wrap up for the day. Once again, I've been Theta, this has been Arcloid, we've been Stone-Faced Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?